Stores, he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Marcus Joyner on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Coming! No. Off. Check 24. Hey, switch.
Get hot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Cut.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
637.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, exit.
Let him know. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Watch the screen.
From the 31, Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 31-yard line.
54. Pick me up. Here we go.
From the 31, Garoppolo. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
93.
You can't block me. Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You got it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Check 43.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
One. Raider 1.
You get the ball right here.
We're done.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Kill. 6-18.
Carr now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Bravo!
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go.
Here's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
734.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 20. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Monday, down. To 188.
Let's go.
694.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Go. Little mic 52, mic 52.
Express.
Go.
282.
On 1st down, Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Line 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. Shifts by him at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 8-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third and 13.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Express.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Come on.
From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get the ball.
Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Here we go.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I'm coming for you, son. Switch it, switch it.
21. I got this.
Motion.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds. Remaining.
Intended for Andy Isabella. Incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Express.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The defense pushing the run game back on the first play of the third quarter.
But I don't think that means abandoning the run totally. Sometimes you just have to focus on execution, right? They always talk about players, not plays. Well, tell your players to block a little bit better, and maybe the ground game can get going.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. From the gun, Carr sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle here to Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Here we go.
A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Running, it's Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Watch 54. We don't want this.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to.
65, 65. 12. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to Sterling. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
You got to get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. What do you need? Lock. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Two.
They run it with Balazs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
65. Watch safety creeping. Hey, gun. He's creeping. Flag. Buzz. 54's Mike. Check it out.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Grant. And down inside the 15 he goes. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert! 13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Dancing to his left. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Quit talking about it and bring it. You're mine. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
On play action, now Carr. It's caught, Nelson. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Later 2.
Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw his Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 13.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ballage. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Important extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one, tell me one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll run here with Ballage. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Ballage. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work?
319! Flip it, no, Blue 58, 319. No, 319. Flip it, yeah. No, 319. 319 done. 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 No, Blue 58, 319 done. No, Blue 58. Blue 58 done. No, 319, 319 done. No, Blue 58! Blue 58!
All right, strap them up, pull up your big boy britches. This is for gold.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Flip it, yeah. No, 319. 319 done. No, Blue 58. 319 done. No, Blue 58. 319 done. No, 319. 319 done. No, 319. 319 done. No, 319. 319 done. Stand 319. Blue 15. Stand Blue 58. 319. Stand 319. Blue 59. Stand 319. 319. Stand 319. Blue 59. Stand 319. 319 done. Stand 319. 319 done. Stand 319. 319. Stand Blue 58. 319. Stand Blue 58. 319. Stand 319. 319. Stand Blue 58. Blue 15. Stand Blue 58. 319. Stand Blue 58. Blue 15. Stand 319. 319. Stand Blue 58. Blue 15.